Yo, welcome to another Warframe guide for Protea, the engineer frame. She has a gadget for everything: survivability, resources like energy and health, damage through her drones. She's an all-around good frame. She does everything, be honest. Lets you survive, lets you stay topped up on energy and health and ammo, and makes you tanky. So, what else is there not to have in this game? So let's get right into the build. Stat immediately. So my Protea is built for duration, efficiency, a little bit of range. That is because her grenades here, they scale with duration, they generate shields for you, and you want to be generating your shields for as long as possible, so I have duration there. Your drones, they have a multiplier, a damage multiplier, so the longer they're up and the more they hit targets, the more damage they'll be stacking. I know there's a little bit of debate between people who play Protea with whether strength or duration is better. For me and me playing the game, I feel like the duration is better, and the higher multiplier always feels better than the strength to me personally. So that's what I have here on this build. And then I have her dispensary, which also scales with duration. As you can see, it lasts 53 seconds. And then her ult, I have silence subsumed on here from the helmet, but you don't need it at all. You could just run her basic kit. What's this, temporal anchor? Yeah. All you do is you put a literal anchor down of yourself, and then you come out in this different form. You do a bunch of stuff. You use all your energy, and then you rewind to how you were before. It's a cool, fun, gimmicky ability, but really, it doesn't do anything for you. It would be cool if they made it so instead of going backwards, you could cancel the anchor and be right where you are. That would be cool, but in a mission, you're genuinely running forward, trying to go somewhere, and you really don't want to be reset. You know, imagine using this in an exterminate mission, and then you have to get reset, you know. So I subsume it off. You don't have to. You're only really using her first three abilities either way. So that's why I have silence on here. I normally use her in Steel Path, and Xmas units can be pretty annoying with their auras. So you run silence, it turns enemy abilities off. But yeah, all three of her abilities I think here work best with duration, so that's why I have 200%. Efficiency, she's very spammy. You're going to be constantly spamming your shield nades every 30 seconds. You can only have 3 drones at a time, so you're constantly spamming them. And then your dispensary, it lasts 53 seconds, so you're not going to be spamming that. But these two, they're going to get used a lot, so that's why I have max efficiency. And then range, I have range for her turrets specifically, so they can hit enemies from a distance away. You know, I'm not limited to like a tight corridor. That's why I have that little bit of range on there, and for silence as well. So that's the build. Nothing really out of the ordinary here for a duration build. In case you didn't know, you're probably wondering why my fleeting has -1 point and my streamline has -1 point. Efficiency caps at 175. So you save modding space with these two nodes here taken down a notch. So that's why they're both down one. They stack to 175 like this, and you're capped. You can't go higher than 175. So that's the Protea build here. I have Arcane Aegis because she survives through shields, and I have Energize because she's a spammy frame. You have your turret, not your turret, your dispensary here. That'll keep you topped up on energy as well. You don't need Energize, especially with Protea. But yeah, that's the build. If you're just here for the build, you're gonna dip, thanks. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever, thanks. If you want to see the rest of the loadout, that's what I'm doing now. For your weapon, Protea isn't really like a buffing frame. She kills through her abilities. So just bring whatever solid weapon you have with her. You know, she's not going to be like a Rhino's Roar, or you're going to be Nyx stripping armor away from enemies, so you're making your weapon do more damage. She's doing all her damage through ability. So just bring whatever weapon you have that's good, that you're comfortable with, that you like. For me, it's the Kuvazar. I'm sure you've seen this before. Everyone runs it nowadays. I'd also run the Brahma, maybe the Ogress. The Zoog Prime is actually pretty good. The Zoog Prime, I don't know. Bakor Heck is pretty good for a shotgun. This is a pretty good beam weapon. The Vermisplicer kick gun. Just whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you have a solid build for, I'd bring that. Same for your secondary. Unless you want to melee with Protea, which I wouldn't really recommend. It'd be kind of weird because you'd be meleeing, stop, reuse your abilities, melee, stop, reuse your abilities. It'd be kind of, it's a weird play style. I just have a good melee on in case I do need it. But I do have this kick gun on. If you're going to melee, run the Kuva Nukor, Psychron, Epitaph to proc enemies with status effects. So then your condition overload on your melee does more damage, but yeah. I have this on. It's basically a baby Czar, a bunch of explosion damage. And then the Czar build, just 100 munitions, corrosive build, you know. This is what I use for killing the Acolyte when I do Steel Path. This is more for ad clear, and then I just have a solid melee on with a hybrid build, crit, status, ribbon. What's that is? I have the Airmon on in case I do use my melee. I keep my counter up. There's nothing crazy going on there. You could run Madarai for more damage. You could run Zeneric for even more energy regen. You don't really need it though. Onto my pet, I have the Panzer Vulpaphyla. If you know, these pets come with a mod that when they die, they turn into a sentinel and they revive themselves. So they're pretty OP just for the sake of you're going to have a pet active the entire mission. So that's always nice. Nothing crazy going on here either. Whew. So that's my build. That's my loadout. That's Protea. Time to actually show gameplay with her and not just sit here and talk about her. So I'm going to go into the Steel Path real quick. Ugh. There we go. All right. She is a pretty good frame. I think she's like just underused. I don't think she's underrated. I think the people who use her know she's really good. And she's also a pain in the ass to farm though. Farming her from the Granum Void, that's a nightmare. Her drop rates are so weird, man. But yeah, farming set the Helmet there because her dispensary is her Helmet ability and it's really nice, but holy cow, running the Granum Void that many times, not fun. Alright, and we're ready to go. So what I'm gonna do, set up our little station here with our dispensary. Get our abilities down. Now we have shield regen. And your turrets do so much work here, your blaze artillery. And you see, look at that. Look how high the multiplier gets up with a duration build. I think that's way more worth than building for strength, like some people do. Shields are about to go down. Pop my shield nade again. Ooh. And we'll just chill here until the Acolyte spawns. But yeah, she has a really good frame. I'd bring her for anything, to be honest. You're gonna run relics, I'd bring her. You're gonna kill a lich, kill a sister Parvos, I'd use Protea. She really is a do-it-all frame. Put my dispensary back down. Pick up all that life support. Very good frame. Ah! Get those back. Start placing turrets again. Just puts in work down there, man. Absolutely nuts. Activate my silence. Silence is also good at mini CCs to enemies. whenever they get into the range of it, so that's nice. But you don't need silence. You're really never using her 4 anyways, even if you had temporal anchor on. So that's why I have it on. If you want to run to Haven from Hildren, her Helmet ability, that's not too bad. If you want to run Condemn from Harrow for more shields, that's not too bad. Shooting Gallery would probably be pretty good from Mesa if you're gonna Helmet. Those are probably what I would recommend on her. Maybe even Roar from Rhino if you just want more damage, since it does buff your abilities. I know some people, they like to run like Ensnare or Larva for grouping enemies, but I feel like your turrets cover so much range already, you don't really need them to be grouped up. Like, my turrets will just nuke all these guys right here. And they don't need to be grouped, it just covers them, see? So there's really no use for... I mean, I guess Ensnare, because Ensnare you can stun the Acolyte with, but... if you're building for Steel Path, you probably have a weapon that can kill the Acolyte fairly quick. Right. Probably gonna start stacking my Czar primary, what's it called? The primary Arcane, primary Merciless for damage for when Mr. Acolyte comes. Pop my nades. Get these guys down here. What? Spencer's about to run out. Pop that again. Yeah, but she is definitely a caster frame. You are constantly using your abilities here. Not very hard to tell. But she's an excellent frame. I am not mad whenever there's a Protea in my squad. She has tons of damage. She's giving me shield. She's giving me energy. She's giving me health. I think more people should definitely start playing her. When's the Acolyte gonna spawn? Normally he comes around like 3 minutes for me, normally. Oh, my shields are down. My shield nades. Let me pop those before... oh, there he is. Look at that. And he's gone. Just like that. So, that's Protea and the Steel Path. If you're doing... That's how you play her, man. If you're going to use her in a defense mission, you could camp on the defense objective like that. If I was running through an exterminate, how I do that, I would just spam turrets as I'm going along in my exterminate mission. If you're doing a capture mission, I'd run straight to the target and pop a drone right in his face. So look at this. Heavy Gunner in the Steel Path. Throw these bad boys. He is viral proc from my cat, but look at this. Heat proc, stripping armor, and he's dead. She's pretty nuts. So, Protea is a recommended frame in my book. Let's get out of here. And she has unique animations. Look at that. She doesn't roll. She does like a cool flip. And we are out of here. So, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Do you want to play Protea now? Do you never want to see Protea again? Let me know. Thanks for watching.